Hi, Cancer. Let's see what's in your energy. You could be from Maine. Something significant about politics and herbs. Politics and herbs. Okay. Something about politics and herbs is significant about Maine. I don't know if they have like a certain import supply. I don't know. Um, I don't know if herbs is like a big thing there. Maine. Something significant about Rhode Island as well. And Alaska. Something about last night. Last night, something happened. I don't know if it was a conversation or an actual like altercation or something. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Someone didn't want you to leave them last night. Maybe they feel like you're inappreciative or you feel like they're unappreciative. Cancer, this is you or someone that you're connected to. Something about dog. Significant dog. Okay, loyalty, protection, and friendship. Loyalty, protection, and friendship is very important, Cancer. During this new moon, something about protect yourself. Protect yourself. Go music. You're from the DMV. Something about designer. Designer. You could be a designer. You could be in school for to be a designer. You might finish in November or something. I don't know why I just heard two designer drugs. Something about trust your intuition. November, trust your intuition. Maybe there was something that you found out or figured out in November and you've been holding on to it ever since. You do have Scorpion here as well. You have Scorpion. I'm not going to get there yet. Um, Something significant about manage your moolah. You need to pay attention to your moolah. I also just got speak over your moolah, speak over your transactions. Throat chakra is significant here. Sensitivity, serenity, truth, and unity. Maybe maybe last night a truth came out or something. Throat chakra. Somebody was communicating or speaking the truth about something or being very vulnerable and transparent, Cancer. Something about unity with managing your moolah. Something significant about Montana. Montana. You could be a designer from Montana or out of Montana. Designer, Montana. That's significant. You could be from Montana. Okay, that was with trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. You smell me. You know something. And your gut has been telling, your intuition and your gut has been telling you something. And you knew maybe just off of a smell or scent that something was off, wrong, or a red flag. Somebody wants you to stop with their meddling. They could have the initial J. Maybe you need to stop meddling with J. Take it how it resonates. You have Scorpion. Other than Scorpio energy, I feel like change, mystery, survival. Something's changing. Or you may have changed something and somebody doesn't like it. They could have the initial J and they think that you're meddling. Because something's destined, so they want you to stop with your meddling. Something's changing because something's destined, or stop messing with something that's destined because things are changing. Take it how it resonates. Okay, let's begin. Everything's pre-shuffled. Cancer energy, talk to me. Oh, a past, maybe something about the past, or a phone call from somebody from the past. Maybe this happened last night. Talk to me, Cancer energy. Someone from the past called you, or you called someone from the past. In the past, there was a lot of ups and downs, emotional roller coaster. We're gonna leave it at 3. Okay, 3. Talk to me about deja vu in reverse, Cancer energy. Mm. I don't know why I just got somebody worked very hard to put themselves in the past, or they're working very hard to get out of the past. There's repeated patterns. It could be somebody from the past, and it also doesn't have to be. It could also just be that somebody's repeating patterns from the past, which could also mean that someone didn't learn their lesson really. Somebody has to go through patterns and repeated lessons. Um, Somebody probably worked super hard to ignore something or to avoid something from happening, all because maybe they repeating patterns or tried hard not to repeat patterns. You could easily ignore something right in front of your face if you're worried about other things, or if you are somewhere else, like if your mind is somewhere else. Maybe somebody from the past worked very hard to like escape the past, come leave the past. Someone could be on a different timeline and they don't want to be on that timeline or something. I don't know. Talk to me about Paul, Cancer energy. You accepted the call. You accepted the call. Maybe because it's like you're not you don't have many walls up anymore. You're not guarding yourself as much as anymore. You're not being defensive about something. Maybe you let something go or healed from something, so you're able to actually have like a thorough conversation about something. So obstacles, maybe answering a phone call or accepting a phone call, or is going to create obstacles. Talk to me about adrenaline in reverse. Maybe last night someone tried to communicate to you that they don't want to leave. They don't want you to leave them, and that created an obstacle. Somebody doesn't really care maybe about how up and down things were, or about the emotional roller coaster. Maybe somebody repeated this pattern with you and didn't think about how it was unpleasant previously or something. I don't know. Talk to me about Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Someone was very ambitious and impatient and assertive in the past, and somebody repeated that same problem. Somebody who works hard but isn't quite smart when it comes to the work. Maybe the work never turned into actual valuable work because the impatience, it wore off, so nothing ever really got executed or asserted. And then assertive. And then maybe the ambition, the motivation, it ran out. Someone answering a call, or someone taking a call, someone having a conversation. Could be from somebody who jealous, has a evil intention, Cancer. If somebody called you and I feel like I'm very much talking to masculine. It could also be a feminine, doesn't matter. But I just feel like somebody, regardless of their gender, is just somebody who's a liar, somebody who does things purposely for reactions, or like tries to manipulate people by doing certain things, or bringing on certain actions and decisions when it's like they push for it, or like they maliciously intently like create or spew drama. Someone wanted to create obstacles with a phone call. Talk to me about the Fool in reverse. Sideways. Teamwork. Somebody's careless. Somebody here, Cancer is careless. Careless about ooh, Empress energy is here. I really feel like you're the Empress, Cancer, feminine energy. There could be a masculine here as well that you're connected to, Cancer, that's dealing with another feminine energy. And then yeah, let's continue. Something about the teamwork. The teamwork is sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. Sometimes the effort is there, sometimes it's not. And this is causing an Empress to walk away, divine feminine to walk away, let go of something, because somebody's too careless about the ups and downs, about the um about the flow of this union or this journey, whether or not it's a real stable, a real concrete relationship or not. It's a journey. Talk to me about the Knight of Swords in reverse. Somebody isn't motivated. Be careful of seeing things that are not there. Worrying changes nothing. Decide your next step. You peep that somebody's repeating the same patterns. That's why you need to trust your intuition, Cancer. You smell me. I don't know why I'm getting that somebody's a a shapeshifter here, and you could have been dealing with somebody in the past, or you are connected to somebody who dealt with somebody in the past, and I don't know. Um, it's something about maybe somebody presented themselves as a certain way, and that's just not who they really are, and hmm, somebody's not assertive. Yo, I'm hungry. That's my stomach's crazy. Somebody's a liar here. That's what your intuition is telling you. Your intuition is telling you that you can't fall. Something about Cancer, you maybe learn something. You can't fall for illusions. Like what you see is literally what you get. Something about you have to see someone in all sides. I also am getting to, Cancer, you're dissatisfied that someone's repeating patterns from the past. Maybe you know about something ending between the whoever you're connected to. Maybe they ended something with someone else and you know all about the relationship. So you know kind of like where things fell, where things didn't work out. And so you can tell that somebody's repeating the same patterns. You can tell that someone's still in a cycle where they haven't learned, they're not growing, though you might be a part of the growth, Cancer. You're not satisfied with how things have been, and it has caused you to worry. And worrying is not going to do anything for you because you still have to choose your next step. So if you know that something is an illusion, or if you know that something is not to be true or real, you need to plan. You need to figure out your next steps, your next move. Talk to me about the Queen of Wands in reverse. It's called Cancer energy. this really created an obstacle. Whatever this phone conversation was, it really created an obstacle. It was a threat to something. Maybe it was a threat to this relationship. Let me ask another question, because a threat for who? A threat for who? A threat for who? A threat. This was definitely, I saw that. It's definitely upright. And I don't know how that's just turned that way. A threat. How is this person a threat? To attempt to do something. Attempt to do what? Take something, steal, or be sneaky about something. A plan. It was a pre-thought plan to create obstacles or threats, or um knock someone off their throne, or both of you off your throne, to be annoying. Also, maybe just that maybe somebody assumed or expected that there are problems and issues, so that it's easy to drive a wedge between something. This union, this phone call, this phone call definitely this phone call definitely caused some obstacles, Cancer. This phone call, it seems like the phone call is the issue here. And someone doesn't, it seems like someone's not really realizing how that caused an issue. Talk to me about Empress. Talk to me about Empress and what was that roller coaster? Oh, adrenaline. Talk to me about Empress and adrenaline in reverse. Manipulative, unreliable, fickle, moody, idle, sensual, untruthful. Somebody isn't being honest, Cancer, about feelings they had from the beginning, a rush of feelings, how amazing something was, or like how beautiful, how amazing, whatever the fuck. Somebody love bombed you. Somebody love bombed the fuck out of you, Empress. And it was never really actual real. It was a manipulative tactic, okay? Or it was maybe based on someone's mood. If someone was feeling like they're ready to do whatever, mingle, or just be in that type of mood, they'll spin it on you. Sometimes maybe they'll pull back a little bit, and then boom. Someone was trying to communicate their feelings for you, but there was never any feeling to communicate. How I always take the Knight of Cups is that I have an offer, and it has something to do with some type of emotion. How I see Knight of Cups is I know what emotions are, at least, right? Or you can create off of your emotion. That is what somebody basically tried to make themselves seem like they coming in as, but in reality they had nothing to offer really, and there was no concrete emotion, and that you can't create anything off of this emotion because it wasn't concrete in the first place. Talk to me about adrenaline in reverse and Eight of Cups. Mm. You have Page of Pentacles in reverse. Someone had up and down feelings about the past, or someone had up and down feelings about the walking away from maybe a certain situation. Somebody got distracted in order to leave. Somebody wasn't really ready to leave or walk away, and it wasn't a realistic. It wasn't a realistic thing. Talk to me about. Should we keep it? Okay, keep it. With the teamwork, adrenaline in reverse with the teamwork. It seems like regardless of how anyone feels, whether it's up or down, um, no matter how the feelings are, whether they're up or down, teamwork is still not like a concrete thing. Teamwork is still up and down as well. Um, or maybe teamwork when it came to the feelings, whether they're up and down, teamwork still had to be a thing, that it could never actually go anywhere. But it seems like teamwork couldn't be a thing here and in the past. Cancer, someone has to return to the same situation. It seems like this past situation, Cancer, someone has to return to the same situation to learn a lesson. They have to learn a lesson about, it seems like, about teamwork, effort, communication. The cycle has to restart. And this is, this up and down, this adrenaline, it's like, even when it comes, when it comes, like, someone has the power to manifest. Someone has, someone here can do that, but it just seems like they have to wait again until the time is right for the opportunity to manifest, to prosper, to start a new venture. The cycle has to start all over again. Someone doesn't know what to do with abundance. Someone doesn't know how to, um, someone doesn't, someone basically, I feel like also someone didn't know to catch the divine portal here. Um, Kind of like someone takes the abundance from something, from this, and they don't put anything back into it. As you take, you have to give. As you give, you could also take, if that makes sense. Instead of working as an actual team, someone's actually all about pleasure. Hmm. Okay, talk to me. Tell me more for cancers. Something's not balanced. Someone's not nurturing. Someone's not being practical about what goes into something like a foundation, or what goes into a person to complete a foundation. Family, love, affection, and also foundation, legacy, business. Like, there has, like, all of these things really matter. Something isn't. Okay, so I don't know why I just felt like this was also a description of the the feminine energy here. But I mean, not the feminine energy, just the feminine energy's role in the entire, I guess, this entire union. But it's also, um someone who's very much manipulative. The Cancer, this is someone who's very manipulative, and they overindulge in things. They overindulge in things and they don't know it. So this person has a shadow self, a shadow side, and they don't actually know it. I mean, obviously their shadow self. They have a shadow side and they don't actually know it. They're not aware of it. And manipulation is definitely one. But that's what I'm getting. Somebody was manipulated to think that somebody had all of these things to offer, but they don't. Talk to me. What does Cancers need to know? Oh my goodness. Juicy! Sorry, y'all. My goddamn dog. I know that was so loud. Somebody's needy and insecure. Cancer, you were chosen from this person because they were needy and insecure. They were manipulative. That doesn't change that they're not loving, loyal, and faithful, but they're very manipulative. That doesn't mean they don't have goals and they can't get there, but they try to manipulate their way there. Talk to me. What does Cancer need to know? We're wrapping this up. Cancer need to know. Someone's not trying to self-reflect. Someone needs to do self-care. Self-care. Someone needs self-care. They need to love on themselves and take a break. And that's maybe from each other. You guys need to take a break from each other. You need to just love on yourself and focus on yourself, Cancer. And don't let this kind of like get in the way. Because this call was a distraction. This call was a distraction. You need to worry about yourself. Take a break so that your inheritance can come together. A higher commitment can form for you. Just keep faith that your twin flame will do the work. Except maybe your twin flame also isn't actually ready yet either. And if this person is your twin flame, they have a lot of work to do to become that. Um, and even if you are twin flames, it does not mean that you are supposed to actually be together. It's just spiritual love and connection. Also, this you guys are twin flames, but somebody doesn't officially know it yet. Somebody hasn't paid attention to the intuition or gone within. This is your reading, Cancer. Peace.